one of the most well-known and well-aged games in the now vast PC library. Times have certainly changed, especially with the new techno-whizzy stuff where you can shove a good old George Washington right into your rig, and/or toaster if you prefer, and instantly acquire games from vendors like Steam or Good Old Games. Can Doom still stand within this new-formed advanced world? What has come of the game where most modern games draw their inspiration from, as many habits modern games developed were introduced in this game? At a glance, Doom seems very old and unpolished, not to mention older versions will not install on 64-bit systems, which is a very, very large portion of the market. Pretty much, if your processor is dual-core, quad-core, or octuple-core, you're screwed. With a ported version, advancements such as bloom, better shading, and even the ability to look up and down can't be granted. The footage shown is Doom running an engine called Doomsday, which has the compatibility with the second Doom and most other games running on id Tech 1, like Hexen and Heretic. With these enhancements, it's quite visible Doom is still a very fantastic looking game, even for today's standards. However, the age is still evident, and if you're a streamer or YouTuber who games on a budget, this may not be recording material. The game's appearance may have been improved, but the performance tanks when recorded. Footage shown stutters frequently, my apologies, and many recorders even failed to capture the game over 5 frames per second. When not recording, the game runs at a smooth 60 on low-grade integrated hardware. Gameplay is still quite solid to this day, and a certain amount of exploration is required to advance, so the game is not entirely run and gun, and gives the gameplay much more depth. An example of this in certain circumstances, a keycard is needed to advance, and you must explore another route to obtain it. Although difficulty is subjective, the game accommodates difficulty for many skill levels. The difficulty also scales in later segments of the game. There can be multiple difficult enemies at once, and are more than likely accompanied by an army of imps, one of the game's lower ranked enemies. The enemy design is quite good and very fresh, and keeps the game interesting. Even halfway through the game, there are things that will cause one to say, "Remember that part when I used to be funny?" I don't remember that either. The atmosphere is really pulled off well in most cases, and shifts as the game progresses. First is the futuristic dark electronic setting, transitions to the more medieval gothic style. For such primitive graphics, the setting is a wonder, and even stands up to some of today's standards. Kinda reminds me of the X-Files intro. For the standards of its release, nothing else compares. Naturally, Doom grew to a massive popularity at the time of its release, and its success spawned a few releases, Final Doom and Ultimate Doom, and 2 sequels, Doom 2 and Doom 64, and 2 reboots, one being 2004's Doom 3 and the other being 2016's Doom. The game has made an irrevocable impact on the way games are played, and what the consumer expects when purchasing. Because of this, the name Doom and its developer id Software will probably never fade from the mind of gaming. Now let's discuss the face of Doom Guy when he picks up a gun. My god. That's a really happy man.